Today's the day. It's a little crappy out, but we're gonna work on the bus anyway. I am ready to install the rear deck. I got some metal picked up yesterday, some C-channel and some square tubing, and we're gonna do a no weld rear deck system here. So let's get started, and I'm gonna take off the rear bumper and take off the hitch, and we'll see where we're at. So to get your bumper off, you have most buses. This is a Thomas body. They're all going to be a little bit different, but it's basically same idea. Got a support on the outside edges. Mine's 1 bolt. Then you've got 2 bolts here and 2 more bolts on the other side of this frame rail for the actual bumper brackets. So once you get all those off, the actual bumper itself will come off, and then your frame rails will be exposed. I've got a little bit different situation here because I'll have to cut where my hitch was welded at the bottom here. That's on the bumper bracket. You can see where the bumper bracket and then the frame, but on this side it's actually welded to the frame, so I'll have to cut that. I got a grinder and sawzall, all that good stuff. So let's see. Woo! All right, so we've got our C-channel. This is 6 by 2 by 1/4 inch thick C-channel is what I got. This is a 6-foot piece. I'm gonna be doing I think 32, or I want to do a 40-inch overhang. So I'm gonna do 40 inches out here, and then it'll be 32 inches inside the frame of the bus. So I've already got pre-existing holes in the frame, and that's what I'm going to be using to attach. You can see those up there. That's the exhaust hanger, and I'm going to have to remove that because the exhaust is no longer going to run underneath here. That would be unsafe, so I'm going to run it out the side for now. I'm going to have a stack eventually, but yeah, so 40 inches is what I want. I'm doing this solo, so I'm just going to mark 40 inches here. That way I can kind of finagle it into place and then clamp it so that I can mark where I'm going to drill my holes. Okay, so I marked my holes from the other side, the pre-existing holes. That's just to show center. Obviously they're going to be 1/2 inch. Those are already 1/2 inch. I did go ahead and make the holes in the bus frame a little bit larger to accept my 1/2 inch bolts, all grade 8 hardware. And so I wanted to show you guys the bits I'm using. I've always had better luck with the impact style bits when I'm going through metal. Obviously I'm using the impact drill, but I'm gonna go with the small bit first. This is a 7/32. You can use whatever you like just to get a hole started, and then we'll go with the final hole, which is going to be a 1/2 inch. I am going to use a center punch just so that my drill bit doesn't try to walk on me. You want to do this slow but firm. You can kind of speed up as you go a little bit. These impact bits, once you hear it start to chop, then it's time, hammer time. See that? That was quick. You'll never see a regular drill bit do that fast. Alright, so got the holes drilled in the first rail, got the second rail mocked up, and I went ahead and painted this one so we don't get any rust. And moving along. Alright guys, that was tough by myself, but we got the bolts all in, got them tight. Gotta paint this rail still, on the inside at least, but there's what we got. And this I actually picked up for free. I had to do a little bit of modifications to it, but it's gonna sit right up there and bolt down on top of these two rails. And my approach angle is still pretty good. A little out there. We'll see. This is fucking sick. Now I got a back porch. I can just pop out the back door and have my coffee right there. And I think that would probably hold a four-wheeler if it was small enough. That's pretty beefy. Alright folks, now the only issue we got is there's a center support in this existing structure I got, but no exterior supports. So 1.5 inches is what the gap is, so I've got some 1.5 inch square tubing here. It's 3/16 thick. It's pretty beefy stuff, should be nice and strong, but I'm just cutting it now down to length so that it can fit in between the two beams on the exterior there, and then we'll bolt it all the way through the angle iron here on the sides and through the frame as well. So here we go. On my new back porch.